Trotted to run onto it on centre wing. Gets a left foot kick away to half forward, running into the breeze in the third term. Far gets a hand to it. He can't take the mark off his hands and out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. Left half forward flank. Inverleigh attacking in the early stage of the third term. You pick your friends, Loz, can't you? But you can't pick your relatives.
That's right.
Anderton. Boundary throw in. Falls short again. Comes towards Watts now. It comes over the back of the pack. Comes out now. O'Connor. Handball to McLeod. He handballs away to Riley. Outboard. Goes to the right foot. Kick towards half forward. Yates on a long lead. Can't grab it. Next to him is Cook. I think, Yates punched it a further 10 metres, but then it was out of bounds. And we'll have a throw in right half forward flank.
Half-time scores, GDFL games. Corio, 9 goals, 11. Lead East Geelong, 9 goals, 5. Anarchy, 6-4. Trail Belmont Line, 16-7. Geelong West, 1 goal, 6. Bellpost Hill, 14 goals, 6. Winchelsea, 6-4. Werribee Central, 7-11. Bannockburn, 6-5. North Geelong, 7-15.
And the half-time scores from other round 12 games this afternoon from the ruck contest at half forward. Orwin tapped it on to Cook. Off a step at half-back, goes towards centre wing. Anderton runs back with a fly to the footy. And also far. They see it over the boundary line. And we will have a throw-in between wing and half-forward. Inverleigh just into attack. There's another Ballerine Lakes Golf Club jacket around. Geez, they're everywhere here.
Hey, Laurie didn't get a birdie there, did he, Esty?
I'll tell you what, if I don't get a free game at Royal Ballerine Lakes in the next couple of weeks, Loz, I'll be very disappointed. Boundary throw-in. Anderton over the back. Meek got it to the side, tried it, ran in, straight into his teammate there in Little. Now Collins around the corner, right foot kick high in the air. Armstrong should take the mark and does. And could nearly kick a goal from the point of the centre square at half back. Sabali Armstrong.
Here we go.
Forbes on a lead. He's got Panther on a long lead. He probably go in that direction. He goes long. It might hold up just a little bit. O'Coley's there. Over the back of the pack, Felbin. Walter's there as well. Have to sit for him. And he just got a second hand to it, which was enough to see it over the line. And out of bounds for a throw-in. Right half forward flank.
See, Walter's been reinstated on Panther. It's a bit of a gamble.
I guess, Eric, when you've only got so many tools and bigger players down back, I guess you can only switch them around a little bit.
Exactly.
A boundary throw in. Forbes from the side. Mate got it down to the front of the pack. Thomson fight pretty hard for it. Collins over the top of it as well. Needs to break free. Handball just up in the air. Punched on into the hands of McCauley. Good front and centre, 10 metres out from goal. Yates got a hand to it and should be able to pick it up as well and handball it back to Forbes. No, he turns around. Kick the goal!
He has.
Yatesy has put his second on the board, Andrew Yates, this afternoon. And did very nicely there, the big man, to pick it up and wheel round and kick Thomson's 12th. They go to 12-9-81. They lead Inverleigh 4-3-27. Lex the Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard. 3 minutes played.
I'll tell you, if Yatesy keeps doing that, we'll like to consider him as a forward, Eric.
Yeah, absolutely. His physical strength was prominent there, wasn't it?
Yeah. Just at this point of time, Dan O'Connor's had 7 kicks and 6 handballs. Terry Nankervis 6 kicks and 4 handballs. Clayton Trotter's probably had the most on the ground. He's had 9 kicks and 7 handballs. And Meekie's had 4 kicks.
So the ball back in the middle with umpire Hallett to put the ball in the air once again. Up goes the ball. Ruckman go at it. The wind got hold of O'Connor. Crashed his way through the pack. Took the footy with him. Gets it back to Anderton by hand. A long kick from Anderton to full forward. Panther in front. Almost took the mark. Comes around. Gets a lovely handball to Hood. Hooks it around the body. In the goal square is Feldman. Nobody on the mark, turns around and has kicked his third, Troy Feldman. So all too easy for Thomson on that occasion. They've kicked their 13th. 13-9-87. They lead Inverleigh 4-3-27. Lexus of Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 4 minutes gone.
You think Hoodie was having a shot or passing?
Passing. He'll tell everybody he's passing.
And when Troy took that mark, he looked around and he couldn't believe no one was on the mark. No one behind him.
O'Connor was pretty tough in the middle, though, wasn't he?
Very good.
Magnificent, absolutely. Took it right through the middle.
This is not a criticism of Dan. He does break the packs pretty hard. A lot of times he doesn't control the footy, but nevertheless, if you're aware of that, he at least pushes it forward and makes an opportunity for other players.
So back to the middle. Quick start by the Tigers in the third term. Couple of quick goals. Anderton and Meek. Neither get a real effective tap. Meek gets a second hand onto it. Now Armstrong handballs it to Daniels, point of the centre square at half-back. Handballs it to a teammate there in Nankervis who wasn't really ready for it, but was good enough to pick it up and give it back to Daniels. He gives it to Armstrong. He handballs it 30 metres towards Riley, close to the boundary line. Away from Trotter, handballs it back to Armstrong on centre wing. Now Spud will line it up, chip the footy beautifully towards Dowie. Handballed away to O'Connor. Now he goes to the right foot kick towards a Coley. Beautiful, and they've moved that sensationally from half-back to half-forward. And Josh Coley will line up for goal.
And the control of the football by hand and foot lower is excellent.
Beautiful.
So Josh Coley, 50 metres out from goal.
Josh needs this. He's a left footer, isn't he?
No, right footer. He comes in now. Josh Coley. The Stephen Kernahan wobbly punt, but I think it's through.
I think it's his.
The umpire kicks the footy back into play for us. Thanks very much. But Coley has kicked the goal. His first, the 14th for Inverleigh. For Thomson, they go to 14-9-93. They lead Inverleigh 4-3-27. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 6 minutes.
Well, I'm afraid the floodgates are really open now. I mean, they're really open probably prior to half time, but they've certainly come out here now and playing pretty strong footy and getting a score on the board as well.
So the ball back in the middle with umpire Wheelahan on this occasion. Ball about to go in the air once again. As Anderton prepares himself, gets a tap to the back, but stolen by Clayton Trotter. Kicks towards half forward in front. Lowther can't take the mark and gets some support there from teammate in Daniels. Wide handball to Aitchison. Aitchison now, up high. Free kick against McCallum on that occasion. Advantage paid. The kick for McCall has gone to full forward. Picked up there by Troy Feldman. Down on the left foot. Goes by hand over to Noel Riley. Runs into an open goal.
Good
and, the goal umpire's moved pretty rapidly, but it is a goal. So Noel Riley's kicked his first. And it's all of a sudden starting to rain goals for Thomson. 15-9-99 now. They lead Inverleigh 4-3-27. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 7 minutes gone. So 4 goals in 7 minutes lost.
It's good. And I mean, that goal in particular was directly straight down the middle of the ground. They made opportunities. Troy could have had swung around, had a kick. Good vision, got out to Noel Riley and ran into a goal. And I mean, that's good football when you look around to see who's around and share other players into the game. And they're just going to cut Inverleigh to pieces now.
So waiting for the footy to come back to the middle. Boundary umpires working overtime in the last 7 minutes. 4 quick goals to Thomson. And umpire Wheelahan has the football in hand for Meek and Anderton. Throws it in the air, favours Anderton. Meek gets there pretty quick though, leaves it. Little from the middle, goes towards Lowther. Also Roberts now in front, loses the football. Aitchison there and Lowther, they raffle it. Nobody wins the raffle. Aitchison, little toe poke. Now Sawyer and Lowther, close to the boundary line. Watts across there as well. And Lowther sees it over the boundary line for a throw in. Left half forward flank, Hawks into attack. And once again, Anderton moves down to do the ruck work. And Meek a kick behind the play, so it'll be Watts possibly in the ruck contest. Now the ball falls towards Dowie, puts his head over it, and is not going anywhere. We'll have a ball up on the half-forward flank. Trotter and Dowie get up, give the football back to umpire Wheelahan. They'll have a ball up. Fair pack around the ball too. Anlin goes up, thumps it away. Hylett gets back on the left boot. Back towards the 10-metre square. Armstrong, though, positioned himself beautifully in front of Pandy and took the mark. Plays on now. Left foot kick around the corner's okay. Into the back pocket. Baxter takes the mark. Goes towards half-back. Over the head of Nankervis. He'll have to be good at it now. Little runs the other way, does well, and gets the ham free. But Pandy pushed off the ball by Lowther. Easy as you like. Right foot kick high towards the centre wing. Yates, third in line. Who's it going to sit for? Riley runs onto it. Does well. Backs himself. Can he pick it up, though? He's got Lithgow right behind him. Now Forbes tries to double back as well. O'Connor's over there. Also Carrera. And coming through and helping out. Oh, the kick, though. Well, it was from Orwin, but it was okay at the end. It came back with a bruise and fell in the arms of Armitage at half-back for Inverleigh. Goes with a wobbly punt kick towards the centre wing. Mark should have been taken, wasn't done so. O'Connor did well. In tight, got it away to Dowie by hand. Now he goes long with a kick towards Panther and Feldman. 2 out, Feldman! Great mark, strength, power. And Troy Feldman will line up for goal number 4.
just one grab, Laurie. It was a clean mark, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, he, they missed him last year in the finals, Eric, when he did that knee, and come grand final day, it would have been very, very important to him. And he looks like he's having a good year as well. He's very strong in that situation. He set himself there, and no way anyone was going to push Troy over, and he shouldn't have any trouble in kicking this.
So Troy Feldman coming in for goal number 4, straight over the umpire's head. And his 4th of the afternoon is the 16th for Thomson. They go to 16-9 at 105. They lead Inverleigh 4-3-27. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 11 minutes played.
Well, it's marvellous when you're playing so well, isn't it? That it's hardly been near the boundary line when they've been going into attack at all. It's gone straight down the corridor, and that's certainly the way you've got to play. And look, I keep flogging this, but it's a lesson to all GDFL sides. If you're good enough, you get it in the middle of the ground and just go straight down the middle.
And it's putting Inverleigh under pressure in the defensive half, Laurie. They can't get hold of the footy to defend it. So umpire Wheelerhan now back in the middle, puts the ball in the air once again. This time both ruckmen get a touch on it. Comes to Trotter, handball over the top, drew the player. He has no idea where to go. That was Sawyer. Finally turns, kicks it towards the full forward position. Lowther dropped the mark he probably should have taken. Roberts in there to support. And, they bottle it up. Thomson 20 metres out directly in front of the goal. And perhaps Lowther just spent the footy before he had it, Laurie. He was looking for a handball, but didn't quite take control of it. So the ball now will be put in the air once again. Anderton has got there, tapped down to O'Connor. Well, pulled off the football as he kicked it, but goes toward the boundary. Baxter runs onto it. Good shepherding there by Nankervis. Goes to the middle of the ground looking for and finding Daniels. Goes wide, out to the wing. McLeod called it out there. He's going to have to be good because the Hylett right with him. Does well, Hylett. Gets the ball to ground. Coley does well. Puts a bit of a shepherd on, but finally, players, football, all over the boundary line. And boundary umpire will throw the ball back into play. No, the field umpire has called a ball up beforehand, so felt that the ball was underneath the players, so the ball up in front of our broadcast position. Anderton. Now the free kick is going where? Now that's ludicrous because
he said he put his knee up, but that's not.
Well, he did, and that's what ruck work's all about, isn't it? You protect yourself. That was a very poor decision on that occasion, but the free kick has gone to Meek of Inverleigh. Kicks toward half forward. Great diving mark by Aitchison there in front of a big pack of players, and Aitchison on half back for Thomson. So Aitchison now kicks long towards half forward, coming in Yates, but well, Meek didn't keep his eyes on the footy, but fantastic work. Great smother there by Dowie in front of our broadcast position, and gets the accolades of his teammates as well. So good work there by Thomson, not slackening off the pressure at all. 13 minutes into this third quarter, boundary umpire puts the ball in once again. Anderton high over the opposing ruckman there, comes down, Meek throws the ball away. Big pack of players. Umpire will put a whistle on play, and I think there's a fair bit going on between Meek and Anderton, and be interesting to watch this ball up. This ball goes up. Anderton and Meek. Anderson almost took the footy out. Collins can't control it. Picked up by McLeod. Crashes his way through the pack. Gets the ball to the boot, but under pressure, it is landed just inside the field of play and over the boundary line. Half forward flank in front of the change rooms here at Godfrey Street. The boundary umpire makes good ground and will put the ball back into play. Big pack of players at the ball in as the ball now comes in. Up high, Clayton Trotter can't take the footy. Took Yates' shoulder with him, but finally the ball, almost be Lisco, I think, went for the boundary. Umpire didn't see it that way. Almost a deliberate handball straight over the boundary, but in front of the interchange bench for Inverleigh. The ball comes in once again. Big pack of players doing the ruck work there. It's hard to pinpoint any particular one, but the ball just rushed over the boundary line again. Thomson perhaps going 2 metres as the ball again will come back into the field of play. Wynn got hold of that. Lovely tap down by Yates on that occasion to O'Connor, but Trotter dispossesses him. Ball comes in. Collins can't control it, and again the boundary umpire will be brought into play. 14 and a half minutes gone, third quarter. 105 plays 27. Thomson doing it easily. There's a good throw in. But ball not taken in the ruck contest. Forbes runs onto it, doesn't control it. Dowie, nice handball to O'Connor. He's immediately tackled. Eludes 3 or 4 tackles, spins around, doesn't get a foot to the footy. Picked up there by Little. He gets a handball clear. Forbes, handball looking for McLeod. That's
too high.
Carrera. Tackled too high, said the umpire. And tries to get back now and get the ball on the boot. Hasn't gone back very far. Kicks it into the breeze. Big Packer, Louder. Just good. Well, that's the first time I've seen that paid for 10 weeks. Louder paid against for pushing in the back in the marking contest, and far for Inverleigh. Gets the free kick. Aitchison reads it pretty well and chopped off the lead there of Adrian Panty, a long way from the goal square. But the ball off hands and over the boundary line once again. This time in front of the Social Club. Half forward flank for Inverleigh. Kicking in this third quarter to the western end here at Godfrey Street as the ball comes in. Anderton, well, Trotter in front of him, took the foot in. That's got to be a free kick because he took the ball from the throw in, and you can't do that. As Anderton now with the free long kick to half forward. Big pack of players there. Forbes bounced off his chest. Comes to ground. Orwin, handball out. Hood can't control the footy. Meek can't control the footy. Well, it's a terrible, terrible scramble at the moment. And at the 16-minute mark of the third quarter, Thomson 16-9, lead Inverleigh 4-3.
Ball up now, half forward. Forbes gets it down. Hylett runs onto it, close to the boundary line. Gets a left foot kick away. Back towards Anderton. The big man handball back inboard. Over the head of Nankervis. Can handball to Armstrong or kick it. He elects to kick. Right foot kick out. Long lead. Coming out was might sit for Panther in the end. Now coming across Brungies. He breaks the tackle. Goes with the right foot kick towards half back. Yates gets back there. Good mark though. Armitage takes it and plays on quickly. Handball further afield to Far. On centre wing on the outer side. Now he goes with the right foot kick. The long lead from Panty goes in that direction. Can't take the mark. Good defensive play by Baxter. Panty though doubles back and gets it on half forward on the point of the centre square. Can he pick it up now? Handball back the other way. The kick off the ground. Meek comes towards it now. Can he pick it up? Yes. Handball over the top to Armitage. Has to sit and wait for it though. And going to be under pressure. Little kick. Might turn it over back to Nankervis. Runs through. Blind turn. Handball to Daniels. Thomson back towards half forward. The kick. Great kick. A Coley over his head though. Bounces off the hands of McCallum. His second effort was pretty good though. Needs some support now coming in. The umpire will come in over the shoulder, said the umpire. And a free kick going to Lockie McCallum.
He did pretty well there, didn't he,
Yeah.
to hold that up our way then.
So at half back, chips the ball out, sets a task for Collins. Can he keep it in? That's the thing. Coley comes at it, does well, needs some help because he's held it up. Holding the ball, said the umpire.
You've got to be stiff.
So Collins will take the free kick.
Well, all of a sudden, I think just we're getting some fairly ordinary decisions, unfortunately, and that's not helping the game.
Back towards the middle of the ground. Dowie kept his eyes on it. Couldn't take the mark, though. Needs some support. Pack develops. Umpire says play on. And it will be a ball up centre wing.
All of a sudden, it's got scrambly, Eric.
Oh, yes.
16-9, 105 Thomson. Inverleigh 4-3, 27. We've been playing 18 minutes third term. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Meek runs at it and gets it down. Aitchison to run back with it. Carrera comes at him as well. He's wrapped up. Allwin's there as well. McLeod bears down, does well. Drop the footy. Drop the football. Good tackle, McLeod. And half back, Todd McLeod will take the free kick. Yates gives him a lead. He goes in that direction. Coley's there as well. Spence just on the ground. In front, McCallum did well. Forbes to run onto it. Pushes a Lithgow and the footy close to the boundary line. It's out. And it will be a boundary throw-in.
Well, you gave him a rap, Laurie, the first 10 minutes of the quarter. Thomson down the middle. All of a sudden, they've gone to the defensive side and it's developed into a shambles.
Yeah, they had a couple of clearances. I can't understand why someone doesn't get outside the pack here when it forms a Thomson player and get out in the middle and maybe the ball will come out there.
Ball falls to Trotter. Close to the boundary line. His handball is over. And we'll have a throw-in. Closer to the wing position. Next to the commentary box. Here on the southern side of the ground, we'll have a ruck contest between Meek and Anderton.
We've got a guy out here on his own. That's the way to play it.
So now Anderton gets it down to O'Connor. Handball towards Dowie. Picks it up. Gets his kick away under pressure. Goes towards full forward. Panther comes out. Orwin gets back there. Walter there as well. Can they keep it in? No, they can't. And we'll have a boundary throw in this time about 30 metres around from the Thomson goal. So another chance for the Tigers to score. Ruck contest Yates on this occasion for Thomson. Meek, whose ruck don't change this afternoon. At the back, Riley got it down towards the 10-metre square, but Orwin kicks it behind from 15 metres out.
That's an own goal.
So rush behind for Thomson. They go to 16-10, 106, and they lead Inverleigh 4-3-27. That's on Alexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 20 minutes played.
So Walter now to kick the ball back into play for Inverleigh. It's got quite cold now as he kicks towards the defensive side. Nice looking. Oh, Coley read that very, very well in the pack and has taken a pack mark against much taller opposition. So perhaps running himself back into a bit of form. Coley needs to get the ball back across the ground. Laurie, I think.
Yeah, don't want to go in that pocket.
Well, terrible kick from Coley. Poor decision and, well, this subsequent mark taken by Armitage in the back pocket. Now he's going across the ground.
Oh.
He's playing into Thomson hands here as mark intercepted by Noel Riley. Well, shocking. We've had a couple of terrible decisions. Must be that back pocket, Laurie. A couple of decisions by both defences in this game. The ball's brought back into the corridor and Riley's marked it 35 metres out, absolutely directly in front.
Yeah, that's poor decision making, isn't it?
Well, poor kick as well.
As well, yeah, but I mean, the decision to go there, I mean, Josh shouldn't have went there anyhow. Should have squared it, if anything.
Well, that's exactly right. Should have been there from the kick forward, not the kick defensively. But anyway, Riley now, already one goal to his name, moves in, win behind him, lines it up. Hasn't got it too well off the boot, but it's a pretty good goal, and it's another one to Thomson. That's the second for the day to Noel Riley, and it is the 17th for the Thomson side. 17-10, 112. They lead Inverleigh 4-3-27. Scoreless in this third quarter. Lexus Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 22 minutes now gone.
Did you bring the beanie, Loz?
No, I didn't, but we need it.
No, it's getting a bit chilly, isn't it? Don't forget, we'll be having the final siren thanks to Australian Treated Pine this afternoon at the conclusion of this game. They wrap up the day in football. Back to the middle. Late stage of the third term. And great play by Meek to get it down to Trotter. Got the hands free to Highlight. Now Orwin, handball to Meek from the middle. Right foot kick high towards centre half forward. Lowther. Oh, one hand Farr. Went up. Did he take the mark? Yes, said the umpire. So Nick Farr. Possibly too far out to score. Kicking from 50. It'll be a fair kick from there into the breeze. Panny gives him a lead. Half a lead anyway. Aitchison chopped that off pretty quick.
They've got the hole full, so...
He comes in now, gives it everything he's got, holds up in the breeze towards the 10-metre square. Aitchison goes up, off hands at the back of the pack. Adrian Pandy kicks the goal. So his first of the afternoon. And the fifth for Inverleigh, they go to 5-3-33. They trail Thomson 17-10, 112. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter score.
It's only behind.
He kicked the point, it must have been touched.
Well, went straight through the goals. Well, that's beyond me. I didn't. I just put the score on the book and didn't even look.
Well, he ran straight out and went straight in towards the goal, so I don't know if anyone could have touched it.
I might need to. Must have been touched. All right. So two behinds to Pandy. They go to 4-4-28 now. Inverleigh. They still trail Thomson 17-10, 112.
I think that Adrian Pandy would be a fair player and a good side, I think.
Yeah.
So Sabali Armstrong from fullback for the Tigers. Kicks in towards the halfback flank. Aitchison must have a disease. Taking the mark easily. Oh, be careful. Watts give away 50 at halfback. The rubber man back to the middle looking for Yates. Armitage goes up off hands. Through the middle Riley. Dan Curvis wrapped up by Orban, not going anywhere. The umpire will come in and ball it up.
He was a bit stiff at Terry. Then he ran into probably one of the better tacklers of the big boy. He couldn't get away from him.
So the umpire throws the ball in the air. Anderton and Meek. Meek gets it down. Trotter. Nearly got it. And Little, he's not going anywhere. Held up. And we'll have a ball up. Just inside the centre square. On centre wing. For Anderton and Meek once again. The umpire throws the ball up. Anderton taps it on a second occasion towards centre half forward. Forbes runs towards the footy. O'Connor and Riley. They raffle it with Carrera. Acoli comes out as well and he runs into Acoli. Now McCallum running the other way. Handball, indiscriminate. Collins over the top of it. Can't pick it up. Coming back the other way was Anderton. Acoli got the hands free. Got it away to McLeod. Right foot kick. Back towards it. teeth of goal. Panther! Good mark.
Orwood had gone back and filled the hole, Laurie, and he just climbed all over in the brilliant
Well, I had
mark.
his name on that. When he came out there, you could see him set himself for that, and it was a well-judged mark.
I found out at half time, he, Brett Dowie and Brad Roberts all live together. They're all from Ararat. I tell you what, it's a fair house ball.
Well, if they all played for Ararat, what are they doing?
Getting beat.
So Ross Panther has kicked 5 goals, 3 this afternoon. This for goal number 6. He comes in 35 metres out.
It's hard.
And he's brought it back beautifully.
He knows how to use the wind, this guy.
So he's brought it back for goal number 6 this afternoon and goal number 18 for Thomson. They go to 18, 10, 118. They lead Inverleigh 4-4-28. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 25.5 minutes played.
Do you guys have him down for 6-3?
Yes.
That's pretty good kicking on a windy day like today, isn't it? And, you know, he's got a nice pair of hands. He's certainly a vocal point. Don't you? I really felt Thomson didn't have that last year. Someone up forward to kick a big score.
Well, they probably did, but he got hurt midway through it. Anderson was probably the key,
good
but
point, Eric.
spent half the season out injured.
He had that hammy, didn't he, recurring all the time.
But this bloke can play, and Laurie, the turnaround in this scoring is the fact that Thomson got the ball in the corridor and they're kicking now more goals than behind.
Yeah, exactly.
From the ball up in the middle, it's come to Dowie at the centre bounce. He's kicked it out wide, running onto it, Nankervis, handball to Armstrong. Turns around the big arc, he's run into a bit of bother, but goes back on the left foot, kicks it towards half forward, over the head there of the Thomson player in, it was Spence. He can't get hold of the footy. It's now in dispute. And what's the umpire?
Holding the ball.
Oh, dear, oh dear. However,
Clayton will be livid when he gets up and finds out the free kick's been played against him.
yeah, it's pretty difficult.
Well, actually, I thought he should have got a free kick first, Clayton. Actually, I thought it was in the back.
Anyway, Noel Riley with the free kick on centre wing out of side. I think Clayton Trotters now walked away from the umpire in total disgust as the ball goes long to full forward. It was Troy Felber, nice little nudge in the back. Ball comes to the back of the pack. Andrew Yates, he can't pick the footy up. Finally does. Handball back into the play. That's great, but good work, Highland. He gets it on the left foot, and he's done pretty well. He's kicked it to a nest of Inverleigh players. Noel Riley upset the party. However, the ball comes to ground. Nice little kick along the ground by Corns. Picked up there at centre half back by Daniels. Off a step, goes to half forward. Gee, it might have been a lucky kick. It's fallen to the back of the pack. Oh, O'Connor went without the footy. Exemplifies what you were saying earlier, Laurie. Doesn't always take the footy away with him. And Inverleigh have turned it over. They've tucked the ball to centre wing. Good work there by Dowie. Tries to handball back to teammate in Jones. He's a little bit slow getting to it. And Inverleigh able to bottle it up at centre half back. The umpire will put the ball into play. 27.5 minutes gone, third quarter. The ball's 65 metres from the Thomson goal. Kicking to the eastern end, up high. Nice little tap down for Inverleigh. Carrera. Well, the free kick given to Dan O'Connor, and that was an interesting one. I think that might have almost been off the ball. O'Connor now. Well, what's the umpire?
Who's going to make him have a kick?
Well, that's interesting. That means you can't play on, does it? I suppose he was a millimetre out of square, was he?
Could have been.
Behind the mark. So the umpire's given Inverleigh the chance now. There's a huge hole there, Laurie, that I'd be leading into if I was a forward. Instead of that, O'Connor now handballs to Sabali Armstrong from 75 metres out, has kicked almost a goal.
Boy,
it's landed in the goal square. And another behind to the Thomson side. A huge kick on that occasion. 18-11, 119 Thomson. They lead Inverleigh 4-4-28. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. Almost 29 minutes gone.
Walter from fullback kicks in towards the half-back flank, looking for Armitage, who goes up. Should have taken the mark really in the end. McLeod, right foot kick back to whence it came. Deep into the square. Walter doesn't take the mark. Kick off the ground. Feldman couldn't get there. Now, Feldman's second effort can pick it up. And kick the goal. Goal number 5 for Troy Feldman. Forming a great partnership with Ross Panther down there. And the Tigers have their 19th. They go to 19-11, 125. They lead Inverleigh 4-4-28. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard, 29 minutes played.
Well, 8 goals to nil, Laurie. It's a huge quarter for Thomson, and if the game was in any doubt at half time, it's not now.
No, not at all. And, you know, it's nearly the end of the third quarter, and, you know, I don't know I know what Clayton Trott will be expecting the players to run it out, but I think Thomson, Stoney, we want them to work their butt off into the breeze and have another big last quarter.
Well, if percentage is going to have a bearing come toward finals time, it's an opportunity here for Thomson as the ball goes up in the middle, comes down once again. Trotter tackled high surely on that occasion, and Trotter gets the free kick. High tackle, kicks the ball low into the breeze. The leaders come out there from far, gets to the footy, can't take the mark. Eludes player on the mark there, kick across the face of the ground. Gee, 1 out against 3. They've done well Inverleigh, except they've turned it over as the siren sounds for three-quarter time here at Godfrey Street. The three-quarter time score reads Thomson the home side, 19 goals, 11, 125. They lead Inverleigh 4-4, 28.
That quarter, as Eric said, 8 goals, 2 to Thomson. Inverleigh 1 behind. The goal kickers 4 the Tigers, 6 to Ross Panther, 5 to Troy Feldman, 2 to Andrew Yates, 2 to Noel Riley, and singles to Josh Coley, Brett Anderton, Todd McLeod, and Brett Dowell for Inverleigh. 2 goals to Nick Farr and singles to Paul Panty and to Chris Hylett. But it's a big lead to Thomson, 97 points at three-quarter time. We'll take a break and be back with the final quarter action of our Matchday Live coverage this afternoon at Godfrey Street. You're listening to 94.7, the Pulse, your home of local football.